Okay, I'm going to demonstrate the V-slide plate for you, exercise 2-2. I will assume that you've started up AutoCAD and you have just a start from scratch imperial drawing started. We need to make some settings, so let's begin. I'll type in units and set our precision for decimal units to 2. And it's a common practice I have setting my decimal degrees to at least one place decimal and clicking OK. We also want to set our grid and snap, so let's right click on the status grid or snap and clicking on settings, and we'll turn our snap on and set our snap to 1/8 of an inch, so it'd be 0.125, and click in the next box and you can see your results. And then it's a good idea to turn off your display grid beyond limits. That way we can see our grid at our limits. And then we click OK. Then we go down and turn on our grid. Then to get the drawing in our full view, our drawing area, we type Z for zoom. That's an alias, one letter command, enter. Okay, Z, enter for zoom, and then A, enter for all. Now we have the entire drawing area centered up on our screen in front of us. The V-slide is a mixture of circles and tangent lines. We're going to begin by drawing the first circle in the middle that's trimmed up to be a radius. So let's begin by starting circle, enter, C for circle, enter. And with our snap turned on, we want to pick a grid point about in this location here, right in the middle of this grid area. If you don't have these grid lines on, then pick an area about this location from the bottom of your limits. Okay, then it wants to know the radius, which is 0.875. Right, now to draw the next circles that will be trimmed and become radiuses, we're going to use a relative move. We'll need to turn off our snap so that that does not override our relative moves in any way. And we'll go to circle, C, enter, and we'll use the @ sign for a relative move, so enter that. And the first X movement that we have is 2.20, so 2.2, comma, and then on the Y, you look at your drawing, you subtract 2.75 from 4.70, that leaves the remainder of 1.95. So my Y value is 1.95. Try that again, 1.95. And it'll be the same radius, so I just press enter. Next we want to draw the circle on the left hand side that will become our other radius. So we just hit enter for circle to return to that, and then shift @ sign, and to locate it over here it'll be a negative 4.4, so negative 4.4, comma, and then since I'm not wanting to locate anywhere on the y-axis, I want to keep it straight across from it, so it'll be a 0, enter. And then it's the same radius as the other, so I'll press enter. Next, we want to draw the lower radius circles that will be used. And they're 0.625 radius. And if you subtract the total height, 4.70, subtract from it the radius, you'll end up with 4.075. So let's go to circle and shift, and we're going to, on the X value, it's a difference of the 2.2 and 1.375 measurements at the bottom. So it's 0.825, positive 0.825, comma, negative 4.075. Enter. And the radius, as I said, is 0.625. Enter. Now I want one straight across from there. 1.375 times 2, which would be 2.75 inches across. So let's go circle. Let us press enter. And @ and the X distance is 2.75, comma, and I want it straight across from there, so it'll be a 0, enter. And the same radius is just entered, so I press enter. Okay, now we want to draw lines that are tangent, and not covered in the book is your running O snaps or running object snaps, so let's do that. Let's set our snaps down here, so let's right click on the snap status button and click settings and clear all, and we're going to set it to just be tangent and click OK. Now type L, enter, and the little deferred tangent symbol pops up, and I hover next to where I want to be tangent and here, and then press enter to end and enter to start it again, and here, enter, enter, here, and here, enter, enter, here, and here, enter, enter, here, and here. And just hover near the spot and let the symbol show up. Now we have to construct that little sharp corner. And so we're going to turn off our snaps, and we're going to draw a line that's begin with tangent. Tangent to the top of the circle. Hover until you see it. And now it's going to be perpendicular to the line we just drew. So we go over here and pick perpendicular. And we hover until we get a perpendicular. And then it's going to attach to the end point. And enter. And we do the same thing over here. Line, and we grab the tangent snap, and then the perpendicular snap, and then the endpoint snap, and enter. Now we're ready to trim. And for those of you that don't know how to turn on this toolbar, I'll demonstrate that if you've forgotten or you don't know how. So let's go trim, and we'll select everything for our cutting edge. And enter. Then trim away the arcs that you don't want. And enter. And that is how you construct the V-slide. To turn on these toolbars, you will need, first of all, to turn on this menu bar. You go up here and you select this little triangle, and I have some things on that you don't, so don't worry about all this stuff being different up here. And you click on Show Menu Bar. Mine says Hide because mine is showing. Then you select Tools, then you select Toolbars, and AutoCAD, and then Object Snap. When you do that, the Object Snap, this toolbar, will be out here somewhere. It'll be looking something like that. And then you'll just click in the gray bar area and drag it up until it's underneath, and drop it. And then it's ready for your selection of various snaps.